Hello everybody, this is Felix and I'm here to talk to you about Orcs Must Die 3. Why did I decide to make this video out of nowhere, when Orcs Must Die 3 has been out for a while and the initial interest has died down? Mostly because of boredom. Also, I'm making two bigger videos about Monster Hunter and Warframe that are taking longer than expected, mostly because of laziness on my part, and I wanted to make something quick and easy that I didn't care too much about, so here we are. I'll just explain what Orcs Must Die is before starting to talk about my opinion. The game is a mix of tower defense and action game, leaning more on the tower defense side of things. It changes your perspective from normal top-down view to third person, and you don't just use traps but also get weapons and trinkets that help you fight. The combination works well together and keeps me more engaged than a normal tower defense while still feeling like one to me. My explanation of the game, as basic as it is, would fit any of the games in the franchise. Which brings me to one of my biggest, I wouldn't say problems, but something close to it. One of the first things I noticed while playing Orcs Must Die 3 was that it basically just felt like playing Orcs Must Die 2. And you might say, hey, it's a sequel to the game, obviously it's going to play similarly, and yes, you do have a point. It's just that I feel like it doesn't improve enough on Orcs Must Die 2 to be worth it. I actually had to talk with the guy I played the game with, where we both agreed that Orcs Must Die 3 wasn't an outright better game than 2, but he thought it was still a good sequel. He said that the game gives him more Orcs Must Die, and that was enough, while I personally think that the sequel needs to improve and do better than its predecessor. So now I'm stuck thinking that it's a good enough game that I don't regret buying it, but also that it should do more. To be fair, it does have some improvements. It looks better, it has some new traps, even though some of the old ones aren't there anymore. And the war mode is the biggest reason you should play Orcs Must Die 3. While it only really comes down to bigger traps, bigger maps and more orcs, it feels different enough that it's worth pointing out. And I hope the developers will keep adding to it and making some interesting challenges with it. I should probably talk about the story. One problem, I don't really give a flying fuck. It's not what I look for when I play Orcs Must Die, and there isn't really anything meaningful I can say about it, so I'll leave it at that. Now, I do have something to say about the characters. It's not like in the first two games there was anything special, but at least they didn't annoy the crap out of me. You can only hear that you're out of mana for so many times. I know you don't have to repeat it in that uppity voice every fucking time. At the end I was begging for a damn mute button. And you know what? I could have dealt with it if every character wasn't so damn boring. I can't remember anything about the new player characters, and that should tell you enough. Alright, that was basically everything I wanted to say about Orcs Must Die 3, and while I might sound overly negative right now, I really don't regret buying it. I'm having enough fun playing it with my buddy, and if you want to play more Orcs Must Die, it's worth the €20. Well, that was it for me. Thanks for watching. You can go now.